We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
First down, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Here's Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
Brought down by
back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep here for Ebron. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Here we go. 55.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Being chased out left. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Now Locke again. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man.
30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports.
Steelers nothing.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw it is Locke. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the slot, watch the slot. Watch the slot. 66.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Counter, Lindsey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. goes. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Shotgun now for Murray. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Locke. Flush to his right. He'll find Lindsey here. Call it a gain of 5. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Judy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score, Broncos 20, Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Clock now to throw. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
23-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check 53. Check 53. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53.
From the gun, Murray. That is caught by Cohen. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and a couple. Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They run the counter. It's Lindsey. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down and 7. Operating from the gun, Murray. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
The 14-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Operating from the gun. Murray eluding the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still fourth down.
Gain of 7, but it's fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Lock. And able to find Green. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
13.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run with Geis. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
23 yards on the play.
That's another Steelers first.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's the backup Rudolph. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Steelers 19. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Lindsey on the toss left. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
6-yard line.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Ebron's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Rudolph going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Rudolph throwing again. Now he's flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A lot going to throw it here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
The play, 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's now 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Shotgun snap to Lock. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.